Hi and welcome. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on we are giving away cryptocurrency to you. Get yours. Okay. My name is Paul and today's date is August 8th, 2018, and this is episode 115. TBC stands for the Billion Coin. It's a cryptocurrency, came out 2 years ago. And it has a mission behind its creation. And that mission is to eliminate global poverty. So in order to be able to control the distribution of our coin and our wealth fairly evenly among the people of the world, we needed to keep a small part of centralization. And we did that by controlling our wallet. You have to have our wallet to use our coin, whereas all the coins that are on a trade market, the coin market cap, there's wallets that you can get from all kinds of different wallet companies, right? And they charge you transaction fees every time you make a transaction with cryptocurrency. It's not that way with us. You have to have our wallet so that we are able to control, because we are not on the market, control who can come in and buy our coin. We don't allow the already very wealthy individuals to come along and purchase the coin. All they want and leave the rest of it for the rest of us. Okay? We have a specific plan, and it just doesn't go along with the trading market. Okay? Those coins are options to protect your wealth, like gold, silver, platinum, precious stones, to protect your fiat currency that you may have in a retirement fund, right? That are based on the stock markets. But they cannot of themselves offer a solution to something as real as global poverty. Obviously, we have heard many, many times, at least in my lifetime, about organizations who want to eliminate global poverty, but it never has happened. And you have to ask yourself why. Point is, today, with the blockchain technology that was invented back in 2009, and the first cryptocurrency was placed on there called Bitcoin, we now are in a position to actually change and actually do things that we have never been able to do in the history of mankind. So the Billion Coin was created, and the way we created it was we're going to create 1 billion coins. There has to be at least 1 billion coins in order to eliminate global poverty out of the 7.6 billion members, not members, but fellow human beings on this earth. So 1 billion members. That's why we call it the Billion Coin. Because we are creating, and we have a 5-year plan to do this, and we're 2.5 years into the plan, and we're right on schedule of bringing in 1 billion members. And we base the value of our coin by you and I, by humans. Each time an individual, whether they're a day-old baby or the oldest person in the world, joins our community, just them, just you and me, raises the value of the coin by the value of 1 grain of gold, which is currently worth $2.60. So if 100 people join today, it will raise the value of our coin by another $260. So yes, after 2.5 years and over 3 million people, we have the most expensive coin in cryptocurrency market. But again, we're not on the market. You can't go there and find TBC or the Billion Coin and trade it, Because once a coin gets on that system, there is no control over who can come along and purchase it up and raise the value and then dump when they want. It belongs to the central banking system, the Wall Street system, and stock market, commodity market, all the markets. We can't do that with our coin. When the creators of our coin were coming up with this plan, which they knew they could now do because that's what blockchain technology has brought to us at this time, is the ability that if we did things a certain way with it, we could literally change the world into a much better place. The elimination of poverty will do that. So besides the fact that we're looking for 1 billion people, and each person raises the value of our coin by the value of 1 grain of gold, $2.60, then the last part of our algorithm or our formula is based on when we hit that billionth person, the value of our coin stops to go up. Obviously, with our system, our coin always goes up in value. It never goes down because we have new members joining every day. So every day the price of our coin goes up. It never goes down. It can't. Okay, it's not on a market. It can't be manipulated. We are the only current, and we won't be the last, but we're the only current abundance-based cryptocurrency in the world. And we have built recently a brand new blockchain platform 2.0 with transaction speeds equal to what Visa and MasterCard can do. And that system, as you know, is not on a blockchain. But we're doing it with a blockchain. 2,000 to 3,000 transactions per second. Okay? And we are in a position now where we are stepping it up and getting the word out to like-minded individuals that come on in, because now's the time to come in. No, you haven't lost, you haven't missed the boat. The boat's tied to that dock, and it's going to stay tied to that dock until we get to our first billion people. Okay? That is another difference between our coin and, let's say, Bitcoin, the first coin that came out. Back in 2010, when it was first getting going, you could buy it probably for 1/10 of a penny, a full coin. So you could buy 10 coins for 1 penny, right? And that's how the coins come out. And if you get in early and it goes up in value, then you've made some money. And this is what happens with ICOs, initial coin offerings, before they get put on the market. And that's why they're considered a security, and they've got to go through all that paperwork with the Security and Exchange Commissions, because people, investors, are actually investing their money in a token that they are promised will make them a profit when it goes on to the market. And it usually does. It usually at least doubles their investment, okay? And then after it becomes a coin on the market, then of course it's no longer a security, it's real money. It's just money, okay? So cryptocurrency is very, very important in the sense that it is money. It is an option, okay? You can have gold in your house, somewhere where you can get to it no matter what. Silver, you have silver coins, gold coins, right? Or you can have a cryptocurrency that's much harder for people to steal from you. It's much easier to carry around and use, okay? And we have to realize, and it doesn't take too much, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you understand this already about cryptocurrency, that it's real. It's the same as gold. It's the same as silver, okay? This is an age where digital money is real. Okay, so when we hit our first billion members, the price of our coin stops going up in value. It stops and it never goes down in value and it stays there. Okay. So if the price of gold remained the same today as it will be in 2 or 3 years when we hit that first billion, one coin will be worth $2.6 billion, each of those billion coins. So if you had just one coin, then you would be a multi-billionaire when that happens. Right now, the coin is valued at $8.5 million. But because we are abundance-based, and because we are not like all the other cryptocurrencies, we have the ability to distribute the coin the way the creators, the admin, we call them the admin. In fact, we picked out one guy and we call him, well, he calls himself Chris Kringle because he gives the coin away. And that's what I'm trying to say. We have a way and the ability to give our coins away without discounting the value of our coin because we, the people, do not give the coin away. The admin, which is a team, they have all those coins in their wallet that they need to get out into our hands because human beings who make an agreement and become a member of a private community, that's what raises the value of the coin. It's valueless as long as it's sitting in admin's wallet. So no matter what the price is, he will find ways to give it to you. And all he asks for is that you spread the news of the coin to your family, your loved ones, your friends, and have them come in and get a free gift because we give a free gift of coins to every person that joins. And then we give you other promotions and other ways to get as much Kringle coins. That's what we call divisions of our coins, like Satoshi is a division of Bitcoin. We call ours Kringles. Kringle coins, as many as you want. Full billion coins, as many as you want. And we do everything we can to get it in your hands. And of course, nobody can, well, not nobody, but very few people can actually come to one of us and purchase a full billion coin and $8.5 million. And they don't need to. Okay. You don't need to because we will find a way to get it into your hands for as cheap as $100. And that is because admin is giving it as a promotion. If you come to me, for instance, and you say, Paul, I want to buy $100 worth of Kringle. At today's current Kringle price, based on how many members joined and where you're at today, because every midnight Fiji time, it adds up the members that joined today and changes it and increases the value of the coin. So every day the value of the coin goes up, right? So if I sold some yesterday, I'll be selling it today the same amount for a little bit more money, or with the same money, a little bit less Kringle. Okay, so you came to me and you said, I want to buy 100. Okay, fine. Send me $100. I'll send you the 100 in Kringle, put it in your wallet. Okay, just like any other coin. Okay, now, when admin sees that, and it's verified on both ends of the blockchain, he will literally give you what he calls cookie points, cookie reward points. These points are equal to Kringles, real Kringle coins. But right now, they're just points. He'll put those in your back office because you get a back office when you join our community. It's $10 annual fee. That's it. $10 annual fee. And we even throw in our wallet system, which is obviously a separate site. And we don't charge any transaction fees, ever. Okay, you can do 100 transactions if you're a super shopper and not pay anything to do those transactions. Try doing that with, any other cryptocurrency or any other wallet system. They're going to charge you because that's the way they're set up. We are set up in the opposite way. All right, so when that happens, you get those cookies in your back office. that are equal to whatever reward value he puts on those at the time. Okay, right now, oh my gosh, till August 21st, we're in an unbelievable promotion. But our normal promotion is if you did a broadcast, if you came into our community and said, okay, I want to talk about TBC. This is awesome. I'm going to go on YouTube like Paul does and all these other broadcasters that I'm finding out about. And I'm going to do, I'm going to talk for a half hour about the billion coin. And you do one of those. And then you purchase $100. He'll give you 1,000 times more cookies than if you did not do a broadcast. Why? Because by doing a broadcast, you're doing something to help the community grow, which helps the value of our coin grow. That is the key to everything that we are doing, is getting the coin into the people's hands. Okay? We are going to achieve a complete world economy using Kringles. It doesn't matter what other countries are doing, what America is doing, where I'm from, whatever happens, and these countries are switching back over to real money. They're backing their monetary systems up by gold again. Okay, and America certainly doesn't want to do that. Not America, meaning you and I, if you're Americans, but the central bankers who took us off the gold standard in 1971 and made the money completely worthless. 100% completely worthless. And now it's been over 40 years of just 100% debt. Americans are over 70 trillion in debt to the central banks. It's a joke. And it's going to collapse. And there's going to be a transition, and they'll come out, not they, okay, because we're going to finish them off. It's time that the central bankers cease to exist. They've had control of our monetary system against our Constitution since 1913, 105 years straight now. Nobody's been able to get rid of them. They're too powerful. But now, with the technology and the timing is perfect. And so Trump, the president here in the United States, and the Patriots are going to get rid of that system, and they'll bring out a cash system that will be backed by gold. But again, whatever happens is great. The more real money in the hands of the people, then the better the world is. But we're going to do it just with our cryptocurrency alone. It doesn't matter what everybody else does. We're going to at least do it with Kringles and the billion coin. Okay. Let me quickly go over and see if there's any questions yet. And then I want to get into some other information that I've got from the blogs that I want to talk about, which is another thing. Okay. When you join us, you are joining a real community. Okay. And you have access to all of us. You have access to the creators of our coin. They keep in contact through posting on a blog since day one, practically. I mean, maybe 10 days after the coin came out, they came out with their first blog post. And they post almost every single day, multiple blog posts to keep us informed on what's going on. I mean, it's an incredible. I'm having some technical issues. It's an incredible system and community to belong to. I'm going to have to give me a second here. The computer is really going nuts. All right. Hang on. Let's see what happens here. Right now, I've just got a black screen. Okay, now I can see myself. Now my screen is back. Okay. Whew. All right. Diana Gordon, how you doing? TBC for Life, Lucy Brown, welcome. Yes, that's a fact, Lucy. That's for sure. But things are going to change, and they're going to change for the better. And we have some amazing things to look forward to. Okay, so looks like everything's cool. You guys can hear me. Let me go back and go into, I believe this is one of the most latest blogs posts by the admin, the creators of our coin. This one's called Quiet Kringlers. Okay, Kringlers. Okay, we have two terms we call ourselves because the coin is TBC, the billion coin. We call ourselves TBCians or TBCians, however people call it. I call it TBCians. I like that expression. But then there's Kringlers, and the only difference is because TBCians are the ones that are really, really going out there and helping the community to grow. And the Kringlers tend to kind of kick back and watch everybody else and just enjoy watching their value of their coin go up. But they do and can be builders. So anyway, this particular blog post is not a positive blog post. Okay, I'm sure that many of you have already read this, but it is interesting, and I want to read it over. I don't know why. I just do. Okay, he starts out admin, and I'm just going to read this off. It says, fast forward 1 to 2 years from now, when we have succeeded in bringing 1 billion paid members that are supported with at least 1 million broadcasters. Okay, that would be people like me who do these broadcasts on YouTube. Okay, so he's looking into the future, right? When we have 1 million of us doing these broadcasts. We are winning the info war against the elite and on our way to end poverty globally in 2020, having tens of millions of merchants accepting Kringles for payment in exchange for just any product or service that exists, and in fact have a fully developed TBC slash Kringle economy. The value of each of us will see in our respective TBC Kringle wallets will be fully unlocked and totally liquid to use as money in that global economy. This is our destination. We will succeed in changing the world to one where humanity embraces the idea of abundance for all. Once we conquer poverty, humanity will have the confidence to overcome any problem or challenge it may ever face ongoing. The universal state of misery we are witnessing today will be washed away for all of humanity. We as a species have so much more potential than what we see we have today, and it is a potential worth fighting for to achieve. Okay, and then he goes on and says, he shows a chart showing the broadcast rewards and how they're different between the cookie rewards and how they're different between if you do a broadcast and if you don't. And he says, have you noticed the ratio between those that are broadcasters to the basic members is a 1,000 to 1. They will be rewarded as such as you can see from the image above. Clearly, our plan is to create 1 million billionaires, while setting up a billion millionaires as we move all of our coins sitting in the admin wallet out to all of the members' wallets during the distribution phase of rolling out a full-blown TBC / Kringle economy, where all of our coins become totally liquid and easily spendable without any further need to be good negotiators in order to spend them. Please always remember that this is a rollout process and not a single event. Our future economy will be comprised of 3 social economic classes. Number 1, TBCians, the billionaires, holding at least one whole TBC coin. 2, Kringlers, the millionaires, holding at least 1 million of Kringle coins. And 3, the former poor of humanity, employed and paid in 100% Kringle by the TBCians and Kringlers, paying them all more than a living wage any government may offer its people. Abundance for all means that there is more than enough to generously pay all of the working class to have the means to live a dignified life where every need is met with the ability to pay for it from their working income, and that there are more jobs in the world than people to fill them all. No man, woman, or child should endure homelessness or hunger in a modern technological world such as ours, where we have the means to mass produce more than enough of everything needed. I talk about this all the time. Okay, and here is admin letting us know. Okay. This is what's frustrating, is to see people in developing countries that have this, and they're looking at our country here in America that's completely developed and going, how come our country doesn't look like America? How come our country doesn't look like Australia or Canada or New Zealand or the United Kingdom? Okay, you know there's something wrong. There's only 2,200 billionaires in a population of 7.6 billion people on the earth. That's how messed up our system is. Okay, so we're changing it. Now let me get back to this article, this latest blog post from the admin, Chris Kringle, of our coin. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. No man, woman, or child should endure homelessness or hunger in a modern technological world such as ours, where we have the means to mass produce more than enough of everything needed and efficiently distributed to every corner of the earth. It is time for humanity to leap forward in a responsible fashion and have truth be our guiding light. Ultimately, most of our paid members will be Kringlers, and very little is expected out of them as we set them up to be millionaires in the mature version of our TBC Kringle economy laid out in the vision above. The most important thing we should expect from the Kringlers is that they quickly learn how to just be quiet. Okay, now here's when it kind of turns negative. Okay, so just bear with me and understand that there are people like this out there. Okay, he goes on and says, and he quotes, "It's one thing to be a fool and quite another to prove it by opening the mouth." You can find stuff like that in in the Old Testament book of Proverbs, written by Solomon. Okay. He goes on and says, we have a number of fools among us. As I watch, and he's speaking here, as I watch the chats inside the live broadcast and scan the posts and comments within various TBC Facebook groups daily, these fools refuse to do their own broadcast and also excuse themselves from participating in a recruiting effort. But they're quick to express negativity out in the open for the public to see. They seem to think their personal difficulties constitute an emergency for our leaders to handle. They are snapping at the very hands reaching out to lift them up out of their dire circumstances. Their words bring down the moral of our community and stain social media by twisting what we are doing into an ugly representation. The behavior is very foolish. I want our Kringlers to know that our broadcasters and builders are working very hard for their personal benefit as Kringlers and those who have chosen to step up to be the TBCN billionaires. Oh, and those that have chosen to step up to be the TBCN billionaires don't deserve this kind of abuse. Stop throwing sand into the machine that is designed to make you wealthy. Just be quiet. If you don't have something nice and positive to say, let us keep working without being distracted by your ugly negativity. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else here. He just goes on to reemphasize that we'll move a whole lot faster with positive remarks or no remarks at all. Okay. And then he mentions another blog post, the 23 steps for broadcasters, fast start. and he says, yet we don't expect the Kringlers to do the work that is required to enjoy cash flow. Their reward comes down the road when the value of our coins becomes completely unlocked. And they will be the millionaires with 100% spendable money using our coins in a fully developed TBC/Kringle economy. The gift is 25,000 cookies and a basic reward, that's if you don't do a broadcast, for a $100 purchase is 100,000 cookies. That's 125,000 Pringles. I think that's what that represents, that figure. I may be wrong, but anyway. Right now it would average, I think, about $8,500. Okay, so you can turn 100 into $8,500 just because of the cookie reward program, and you wouldn't even have to do a broadcast. And then he goes on and says, excuse me, at the max value, that will be worth about $3,037,500 once we reach 1 billion members. Okay? So just if you came in, got the reward, and purchased $100 worth of Kringles at the current Kringle price of the day you make that purchase, he will give you enough cookie points that you can redeem in November, and then May. We do them twice a year, so that you can have the Kringles put right into your wallet and start spending them. Okay. Kringlers, he says, only have the following steps to complete. Receive the gift, complete the Kringle.Cash profile, that's in your back office that you get, pass the send button test. There's 10 questions. It's basically 10 paragraphs of our mission statement so that you know exactly whether you're like-minded or not. Okay, you could do all this before spending a dime. Okay. So you'll know whether you want to join us or not. Okay, then it says pay the $10 admin fee. Okay. Set up the new wallet. Purchase $100 worth of Kringles. That's an option. Complete the transaction verification on the buyer's side in the Kringle.Cash Back Office. Have the seller approve your transaction on the seller's side in the Kringle.Cash Back Office. Study the blog daily. That's it. And he goes on and he finishes. So you can see very little is expected out of a Kringler in order to turn them into a millionaire over the next year or two. Please, if you don't have anything positive to say, be quiet, Kringlers, because we're going to make you a millionaire, multimillionaires. Okay, now I really felt uncomfortable talking about this particular blog, but it's absolutely necessary. He has to come out with a blog like this once in a while because of what he sees out there in our community. And he wants our community to be as best as it can be, because we are attracting like-minded people, and we certainly don't want to attract negative people that just don't believe in our system. It just doesn't make any sense. They're not going to do anything, but if they're going to come in, we'll let them come in, because we want 1 billion people that will come in. And if they do nothing, then okay, fine. We'll still make you a millionaire, a multimillionaire. But, don't come on to social media or come on to one of our broadcasts and say something negative. Just come in and watch yourself become a millionaire. Because we're going to do that for really every person in the world. Okay? Because after we have 1 billion members, then we will supply the rest of the 6.6 billion people in the world with abundance, giving them money or putting them to work. We, the people, the 1 billion people around this world who will be multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires, will take care of the rest of the world. And we will do whatever we want. We will build whatever needs to be built. The point is, no one will be able to enslave us under a monetary system that just a few people control. And they won't be able to tell us, there's not enough for you guys. There's just a little bit of abundance in this world, and we have it. Yes, if you work really hard and you're smart, you can become wealthy like us. You can join our little club as long as you do what we tell you to and follow our plan. But there's not enough for the masses. Sorry. That's what they've been doing for decades and centuries, actually. Okay? No more. Okay, now there's one other blog post that I do believe I want to mention. And it's an old blog post. And if you want to go back and read this one, I'll go ahead and put it in the description when I'm done with this video down below. Which, by the way, you can get all the information in that description below the video to join us, okay? If you're new and you haven't joined us yet. Okay. This is another blog post. It's entitled, what is it entitled? Your silence presumes your consent to be a slave. Okay. He starts out saying the path that lays before you leads to complete freedom. Not just the luxury of having enough money to do, be, or go to whatever you desire financial freedom. I'm telling you, this path leads to complete freedom for the mind, the body, and the soul. Currently, you have been ensnared, and complete enslavement awaits those that consent. You're part of a multi-generational breeding stock of slaves. Okay? We are. Most of you have fallen for the illusion that you are free now and that you are not a slave. The elite are the masters of this stockade of slaves. Okay? They're the plantation owners. He goes on, says, your freedom awaits you outside of this stockade. And it all begins with you finding your voice. Many of you that have joined TBC have been suppressed by abject poverty your whole life and dare not look your masters in the eyes. My heart pours out to you. I know what you are as a living man or woman. I recognize the power and authority contained within you. We stand as equals, you and I, as living men and women. I know who you are because I know who I am. We have chosen to take a journey together, but you owe me nothing, and our destination does not have to be the same. Stay on this path with me for as long as you would like. My desired destination will require the company of many, but by those that desire the same. You have been on your master's path, and you have been deceived. When you know the truth, no one would want to stay on such a path. Sorrow and despair is the destination of such. Do you recall making an agreement of indentured servitude to the elite? Most would answer no. That's where you have been deceived. In almost all cases, people have not entered into a formal agreement with the elite to be their property. From the elite's point of view, why would a rancher formally make an agreement with a cow? The rancher could care less what the cow thinks. The rancher is prepared to use force, if necessary, in order to milk the cow and one day eat the cow. If only the cow understood the intentions of the rancher, then perhaps the cow would find a way to break out of the stockade. But you are a living man or woman. Your consent is required. Otherwise, benevolent forces would step in and protect you. That is the nature of creation. There is a thing known as lesser magic, where one hides the truth and its agreements in plain sight. And if you go along with it, then that equals your consent. There's nothing formal about it. Ongoing your silence on the matter will leave the presumption that you have consented to your enslavement, and technology will allow the masters access to your mind and soul on top of all the effort they have extracted from your body already. Time is short. So short. We need to push back now on that agenda to get access to our minds and souls. We can break our bodies away together. Together, we can get out of their stockade. It's possible to get out as an individual, and the man being interviewed with the video above achieved that already. But the technology has developed to a point that it could wipe out the benefits a man such as he has secured if society falls for transhumanism. Somehow we must stop the transhumanism agenda, or certainly slow its progress down considerably for our sake. It's not our children that will have to deal with this. It's up to us right now. The key is consent. Okay, then he goes on and says, this is the article I promised you on the subject of consent. As explained in the video above, the agreement to consent is embedded within symbols all around us, and especially within the movies we all watch, or they are at least available for everyone to watch. We consented to the event of 9/11 for about 40 years before we allowed it to happen. Not enough of us within society got together to stop it from happening. It's a clever deception, and the elite are very patient as they tend to us. Here is the problem. As long as we keep using the money the elite created, we continue to consent. TBC is a bridge to go from their money to our own money. Money conceived by a living man with the intent to empower living men and women with a valid mission to end poverty globally. Yes, it will take a lot of money to end poverty globally. So consider these questions. As a living man or woman, are you valuable? Think about that. Think about that first question. Are you valuable? In your own opinion, are you valuable? Yes. Good. We agree on that. Are you more valuable than a pile of rocks? Yes, again. Okay, good. We continue to agree. What if all those rocks were pure gold? Are you more valuable than a pile of gold? Perhaps you find yourself hesitating here to agree. Be it known, I would consider the poorest, lamest, untalented living man, woman, or child to be way more valuable than a pile of gold. I've based the TBC membership agreement on that belief. My belief in that has made TBC real to me. Every member adds value to our TBC money. We each pledge our value as living men and women on the TBC membership agreement. It's not the digital code of the TBC coin that makes it valuable. We, the people, give our value to it. TBC is money of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are a large group of living men and women. If TBC was backed by gold, instead of being backed by all of you living men and women, it would lessen its value, not increase it. But we have a lot of brainwashed people to wake up to that truth. That will require a collective effort from all of us. I can't wake everyone up all by myself. This is how we break free from the stockade we have been herded into, by waking people up. That's how we get free. You need to find your voice. I'm willing to lead and forge the path ahead. I will do my best to keep your tasks as simple and easy as possible. But in addition to your agreement to take this path with me, you need to find your voice too. So those that oppose us will hear all of us. I challenge you to really think about what I have written in this article. The more you think about the thoughts contained within this article, the more intestinal fortitude you will find in this journey towards freedom. And that's the end of that particular blog post. And yes, there are 2 videos on here. And I will go ahead and put this link in the description of this particular live broadcast, so you can go ahead and check that out. Okay. I do believe I'm going to wrap it up. It's almost been an hour. Let me make sure there's no questions. Okay. Hi, Musa. How you doing? Okay, no questions. Everybody got it. Okay. We are good. All right. For those of you who are new, again, all the information is down below this video in the description, okay? My contact information, how to get your free gift, how to sign up for free, everything, okay? And we'll make it as easy as possible to get as rich as you want. I know that sounds crazy, but it's absolutely real. All you got to do is use some common sense and logical thinking and know what's going on. And those of you who are already familiar with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm scheduled for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Hopefully back to my 5 o'clock. I don't think I've scheduled myself yet, actually. That's what happened with today. I'm usually here at 5, but I had to come on at 5:30. So usually around that time, 5 or 5:30, I'm scheduled. And you can find that schedule. I believe you can still find it at thebillioncoin.info. Okay? Under broadcast, under the tab broadcast, you'll find a list, if you're new, of everybody doing live broadcasts. Pick the time or the one that you want to watch, or pick one of the ones that have already been done, because they stay on our YouTube channel. And learn all you want. Okay, I highly recommend that you do that, because we're looking for like-minded people. We're not begging anybody. We're telling everybody that we have something now that can change the world, and we're going to do it. And we want you to be part of that first billion. Okay. Thanks everybody for watching. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.